Hi everybody, my name is Maya Chahbazian Ujifusa, and I'm a voice teacher SLP here in Orange County, Southern California, teaching singers to use their voices the researched way. During my time in undergrad, I was a vocal performance major, and junior year, end of sophomore year, junior year, I developed little tiny vocal nodules. And it felt like the end of my life, but it actually was the start of a new one. So I'm very grateful for that moment. I was so blessed with a wonderful voice teacher in college who supported me heavily through my vocal health journey and the rehab that I had to do. But of course, I did have to find somebody else for that rehab side. And unfortunately, here in Orange County, there are really no resources for singers going through voice injuries. That's when I discovered the voice SLP who helped rehab my voice, Sarah Brown, SKB Vocal Health in New York City. And she really did inspire me to go into this field to help singers educate themselves on vocal health and give them that gray area in between being a voice teacher and an SLP. This page is meant to be informative for singers, SLPs, and professional voice users to learn more about what research-based vocal health really is. My role as a voice teacher SLP can be defined as that gray area in between rehab and singing voice classical pedagogy, where a singer is having some significant difficulties with their technique, yet they don't really have a clinical voice disorder yet, which we don't really want that, right? But who's there to help them get those unwanted little characteristics to go away? That's me, the voice teacher SLP, who helps singers experiencing these difficulties with that anatomically based understanding of the voice. Now, as a voice teacher, I also do teach pretty typical voice lessons, but everything that I do in my studio is rooted with that science-based understanding of the voice in all of my teachings, in all of my technique that I use. I think one of my favorite parts about becoming an SLP and bridging this back into the singing field is this idea that in order for us as SLPs to have a license in the state of California as a medical specialist, we have to stay up to date on all of the common modern research that is happening in our field. But what that also means is that all of my techniques that I use as a voice teacher, as an SLP, doing SLP things, needs to be rooted in what we call evidence-based practices, or it needs to be rooted in research that shows that what we're doing actually works. I don't want my singers to be guessing as to what they're doing and why they're doing it anymore. When my singers are experiencing anything from a voice crack to vocal fatigue to a dry throat, it is my goal as a teacher to make them or to help them understand why those things are happening and how to fix them in the moment. So as a voice teacher, I emphasize these research-based techniques and understandings and information about the voice that does better suit my singers for a more prolific and prolonged career as a professional vocalist. So follow along for more understanding, knowledge, and techniques and tools that you can use as a singer, as an SLP, as a professional voice user, as anybody who cares about your voice, for a better understanding of what your voice is anatomically, how your voice functions specifically, things that we can do to help out some fatigue and unwanted symptoms of the voice, and honestly, just overall better feeling and results of the voice.